We repost the same trial. The same trial reel has done over 100 million views for me twice. The same one.
When is that as of? Because I think like last week they changed it.
Yeah, as of last week. This is why you got to keep your finger on the pulse, right? Because as of last week, they did change it to where maybe it wouldn't have gotten 100 twice, but maybe it would get 30 million twice. But now if you just post duplicate content all of the time, they're going to crank down the dial on you.
But if you change the hook, you're fine?
Yeah, if you change the hook, you're fine. And they encourage that to split test hooks. Now, how much variance do we need? They're not very clear on that. But I think they're just trying to get rid of the slop of just reposting banger after banger so you have all this duplicate content going out into the ecosystem, which makes sense.
So would you say that's the primary method you test before posting on all platforms is just 3 to 7 variations on trial reels, and then you go to like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook?
We do. If we're testing, that's exactly what we do. But I would disagree with the statement that wherever you post it first is going to do the best. I'll post something on TikTok and it'll tank, and I'll post it on Instagram and it soars. How it does on one platform isn't always indicative of how it's going to do on another. A lot of times it is, but that's why you can't be so precious about every single video that you make. You can't have all of this emotional weight in this video because people do this all the time. They're like, this one has to hit. I spent so much time on it. This one's like a baby to me. And then it flops. Then you get discouraged. Then you slow down. You can't afford to slow down right now. So we would say be precious about nothing. And this is a reps game. This is not how long you've been doing this. It doesn't matter. The rules change constantly. So it is 1000% how many shots on goal are you taking? And the people who are doing that are winning. They're getting there faster. They're getting more attention. They're getting more eyeballs, more visibility. And this is an arms race now, especially with AI. If I'm putting out 27 pieces of content a day and somebody else is putting out one, who is going to get more watch time? Unless that person is doing slam dunks out of the park every single time. And our watch time, hours spent with each of us, are the same with that person's 1 to my 27. That's possible too. Right now on my main page on Instagram, for example, I'm doing very low volume, but pretty much everything that we're doing is crossing 5 million views a post. So somebody else may have to make 30 posts to get 5 million views where I can do it in one. And that's just a time thing and testing behind the scenes, right? But I've also been doing this. Don't compare my journey to yours. I've been doing this, eat, sleep, and breathe it for the last 5 years, right? But you still never know quality. There's still videos that I make that I really think are going to hit and they don't for whatever reason. And so you can't be precious about it. Not if you want to be here for the long run.